Okay, what I want to show you today is my first ever Brutal+6 game I played. Now, as you can see, we have we got kind of lucky. We were playing a Rifts on Core Hull, and we had Void Rifts, Scorched Earth, and Avenger and Mineral Shields. So Scorched Earth and Mineral Shields are pretty much just a nuisance, and Void Rifts are the main thing. Avenger also. Um, so we're gonna get into it with Abathur, Dehaka, the big beasts, the big synergy, and we didn't have to change commanders. We wanted first try bonuses and all, so it was kind of really lucky first ever Brutal+6 games, and we could do it without changing anything, without having to go to do the game again with changing commanders. And so my ally couldn't change commander because he only has the Haka level 72, but on Euro server he only has the Haka because he's a Korean the Haka player, the Haka specialist, and now you'll see. Now I was playing this. This was 2 days ago. I was playing uh, after getting home from Saturday night out, so I wasn't at well the best. I wasn't at my best, but we managed somehow. The first thing I did wrong is I forgot to build a roach. I'm going usual the Haka build, and I didn't. This wasn't the happiest, the best toxicness placement, but well. And the enemy was Reaper Liberator. That's also bad because Reapers don't yield. Terran guards yield the least biomass of all races. Guards of this first sliver shard, and also Liberators really don't give much biomass. So now I realized I don't have a roach, and first void the rifts will be out in 220, so not ideal situation.
Must secure perimeter.
Okay, now I have just 28, and I'm rushing here. My ally didn't decide to help me with the biomass collection, which usually is the Haka's job, but he instead went for cleaning expansion and killing the rifts. And from this point on, I think the game then will have to restart because I still lack 24 biomass and my base is under attack, but my ally rushes to help. I think. Okay, I don't have anything to collect there anymore, so I was kinda just stalling them. And now the second pair will arrive in a few seconds. Yeah, this is really a bad composition. Now I have to go forward because I desperately need biomass. Okay, 12 more. And then there's a siege tank there, that's not good. And at this point I'm kinda... I spent all my men. I actually prize my ally to defending my base, but now I finally have my Brutalisk, and I decided to kill the rift first, and my ally returned to my base to defend it. And now that I have my first Brutalisk, that will be much easier. because it can deep tunnel every 10 seconds to any part of the map explored or unexplored. Well, I should actually put a crawler here, but I think the defenses or your units won't attack because mineral shields by default they would have to be manually selected, but symbiotes seem to do that. That's good to know. So now we just need to keep those rifts under control, because if you leave them open, the stronger units will come, and as the game progresses later, of course they're just Zerglings, Zealots, Marines, Banelings, later Void Rays, Immortals, Hybrid Destroyers will start coming. Now this sound is very annoying sound when those mineral shields appear, because it's the same sound as when Void Rifts appear, so it's kind of alert. And these red things confuse me, but Rift cannot spawn here. Okay, Rift cannot spawn in the main base or near the mineral line. Avenger was also a bit annoying, especially later with Cyclones, kind of as you will see. I usually destroy that Manx statue, but now I didn't have kind of time for this. Well, it has a bit of unusual Dehaka playing strategy. Sometimes I seem like not eating psionic stuff, he often let the Dehaka die, but he is very efficient. He's really efficient. He knows exactly what units to use, how to use them, and he's really one of the best Dehaka player I ever saw. Although pretty unconventional. Even though he don't have all the mastery points yet, he was level 72. Now I have 3 Brutalists. I have 2, but now I'll be having 3. And now my ally is going for those, so I decided to finish that first sliver. Now it does appear, and it's good that we already cleaned this base.
Evolution complete.
That's really good. We didn't get the Heroes of the Storm. We didn't get Killbots. Okay, Killbots are probably the mutator I hate the most. Because you can't kill them, you just have to feed them. So you have to be Zagara, or still have to be efficient, and it's bad. Now Mela is cleaning, and it's stupid Marine. Okay. The Kron is good to tank, and also has that spiked hide, so enemies do damage to themselves also. Now the enemy attack wave. Now the avenged cyclones are really a bad thing here, because those things are so fast you cannot catch them. Now my ally has slowed them with his roar, enabling me to destroy them, but without it, and without Vipers, and I didn't have Vipers in time, this is really a nuisance. You can see how it runs away and you just cannot catch it. Okay. Actually, distracted me so much that I kind of forgot for the rift, but I realized it's my error in time. So the enemy units don't come to our bases. Now my mutalisks are out. Should have been out 2 or 3 minutes ago at least, but okay, better late than never. They saw I was out Saturday night drinking, also in a club where ventilation is not so good. So feeling kinda dull, but well,
Friendo's base is under attack. Your forces are under attack.
okay, I went for the bonus now because one rift was oh, this was I was wondering where I lost my mutalisks because I kinda sent them here. I shouldn't do that, shouldn't have done that. Well, I lost my economy here, but I was no, I watched it. I was so slow. I usually play more agile, much faster. I don't know if my ally didn't. Sometimes you don't have time because your locust, as you can see, my ally is going for the mix of primal and creeper hosts, and sometimes your explosive creepers, well, they tend to kill air units first, so it would be better if my ally had that raven, but he didn't have time, obviously. Or he didn't care, I don't know, actually. But he had more than double of my kills here thanks to his, mostly his
Mutation complete.
long range stuff, so if you have a mutation like Avenger, because Avenger in this map defenses are pretty strong, so if I have even the strongest Abathur army I could have suffered those Avengers, especially with Terran enemies. So now I think I'm finally doing the things right here. It's good to control group. As you can see, I now have every Brutalist control group separately, and all of them together. So 4 keys just for Brutalisk, the rest of the army which are currently just Mutalisks. Okay, now I have some queens, but they're not control group. Okay, are on the number 5, and it's number 6. Okay, I decided to build Devourers, which is probably good, but it's not good in terms that I didn't have Vipers then. Perhaps it would be even better I build Vipers. I didn't have enough gas for boats at the time, and those Cyclones now are very big of a nuisance. You cannot have 2 Cyclones, they just need to be killed, but you cannot catch them. Now they're coming here, and okay, fortunately I was able to kill them finally. And now the drone again, and the glowing. The Dehaka's columns are so powerful. Their pack leaders are now. The Kron is the stronger, as I can remember. The Kron is the strongest cooldown in the game, having 4000 HP. I think Odin is the second with 3060. Oh wait, no. Odin also gains with upgrades also gains strength, so I think that fully upgraded Odin has 4200 actually. The Kron has that spiked hide which helped him clean the things. Now I'm helping here. Okay, at least I upgraded my ground units, my brutalisks. Now my ally is going for the bonus.
Home stretch, commanders.
And
One more group of shards to go.
now I think the
You made another queen.
yes 220 and another set of void rifts. So 1, 2, 3. So that's why it's good to have your brutalists separately control group, so you can send them quickly, one to each side. The thing with Abathur and Dehaka is also that they are the least dependent on resources. Well, Abathur and more on biomass, especially Abathur. Okay, good thing that I have a toxicness here, but they're not enough, obviously. My masteries were, by the way, toxicness damage, symbiote ability improvement, and 3 points on toxicness availability and cooldown, and 27 points on structure morph and evolution
That's the thing about
rate.
even in a crisis. Our rule of law.
So now I didn't want to separate my army, and because we have Avenger, if I went there without brutalisks, just roam there, I would be probably losing my whole army. And my ally is just doing his thing with his explosive creepers. Okay, now I'm pushing a bit. But decided to pull back because I had no Vipers, and to draw enemy out, which is good to separate them a bit from the rest of the squad. And now I killed the Thors. Now we have it's a nuisance, the science vessels with their, and again my ally also did a good job with those rifts. So you just have to finish the game, but somehow I wanted to collect some more biomass and also collect it here, and I made a grave mistake here. I didn't look at the timer, and I also think, well, maybe we can go full clear here. Silly of me, but not so silly. We could have done this, we had time, but 24:30 I went there in the worst possible time, and this is what happens. So pay attention, 24:30 is exactly the time and the enemies appear, and I didn't cloud them properly. I think I lost the Brutalisk because I was mainly concerned with those things, and I was sluggish. I misclicked even, so I managed to abduct some things, I think, but I lost all my queens. I lost the Brutalisk. Luckily I didn't lose my Vipers, and I didn't lose the Leviathans, and most of the Devourers, if not all, survived. But in the meantime our bases are being overrun because I neglected those rifts. But when I was contemplating how to deal with the situation, my ally wins the game, finishes it all, and well, that's it. So
And they're out of
that was the game. Mm. Yeah, these mutations was advantages for us. Well, yes, of course, because Dehaka has units that can cope with the Avenger, and the rifts are good. Well, both Dehaka and Abathur, special Abathur, can deal with the rifts. So this is my first ever BRUTAL+6 game, and actually went perfect game. Not full clear though, but because that base up there remained practically untouched, but it's a win, 2 bonuses, and even though I didn't play the best I can because of the situation, we managed to win. Okay, thank you for watching.